My look today is quite a vibe. I don't know, I feel like I'm manifesting something here, to be honest with you. I've always had a thing for baseball players. I don't know why. There's just some about them that hit different. So we're manifesting. I know they don't play baseball a lot here in South Africa, but hey, if I meet an American dude who plays baseball, I'm not mad at that. I'm ready with the merch even. So dumb. Anyway, let's get into it. Hey people of the World Wide Web, it's me, Kat, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. What is the Hannah Montana thing? Oh, whoa, whoa, yeah. Let's just get into it. Today we're just gonna really chat about life, really. More specifically, what's been on my mind recently is just thinking about the realities of being in my 20s. I am 23, I'm turning 24 this year, and it really got me thinking about wow, adulting, especially in your 20s, is not as easy as we thought. So I'm gonna share what I have learned so far with being in my 20s. I know I'm still a baby. I know I'm young, but I've lived, and there's still more things that are gonna happen in my life, which I look forward to. But so far, this is what has happened, this is what I've learned, and I wanna share with you guys. So I'm just gonna go into it. I would say as kids, we really overhyped being an adult. We fantasized about staying up past 9, having nice jobs, earning good money, doing whatever we want, and not having to ask our parents for anything. Yeah, you do get that, but there's a whole bunch of responsibility and mental and emotional things that you did not expect at all. Especially when you have a job. The moment you get into it, they already assume you know everything. And sometimes it's let me adjust first before we do everything, but then they just put you right in there. Yes, it's the great way to learn, but sometimes I wish someone gave me notes during the process so I didn't mess up the way how I did. And it was a lot. This sounds so dumb, but last year when I was working, I was asked to go buy bicarb. Cool, great. I know what bicarb is. I'm gonna go to the shop and get it. And the thing is, I was kind of limited on time, so I only had time to go to one shop. So now I'm there and there's no bicarb. There's baking soda, but I'm here is there a difference between bicarb and baking soda? So what do? I call my mom. I can't really remember the result of that shopping trip, but I think I bought it. I don't know what I did. I don't really remember. I don't know. With adulting things, what makes it easier is when you have some support. So for me, my go-to person is my mom. She's the one person who won't judge me and won't make me feel bad. She will help me. She'll laugh at me. I'm not gonna lie, because sometimes I do sound ridiculous, but me being very anxious and I'm panicking, and especially I want to get my job right the first time, there's some things where it's I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna call my mama, and it's Ma, I don't know what to do. I'm panicking. Please help me. And she's it's fine. It's chill. I got you. Which really does help. The things I've asked my mom, I've asked her about the baking soda and the bicarb. Where do I get proof of payment? How do I buy a SIM card? Are paper plates safe in the microwave? All these questions that pop up that no one told me about, I'm only learning about them now as a 23-year-old. I have yet to find a book or a YouTube channel that teaches my generation on how to be an adult. The only place where I am genuinely 100% comfortable with is the grocery store. In fact, I love it. I thrive at grocery shopping. Plus, with me growing up shy and with no siblings, you kind of have to understand. Plus, with me growing up shy and having no siblings, then you add the anxiety with it. You have to understand that some things were a lot for me, especially the day my mom told me that I had to go to the doctor on my own. Excuse me, ma'am, what? What do you mean I have to go by my own? Because my entire life I've been so used to my mom being there. I'm grateful that she did it because it helped me grow and learn to be more independent. But at the same time, I was panicking because I'm thinking I was so used to you being there, and the doctor would look at me and say, what's wrong? And I look at my mom because like, sis, tell him. So now it's like I'm trying not to have a panic attack, like, oh my god, kind of feeling like it was a lot, but we managed to pull through. So with the shy thing, it made it very difficult to ask for help. Like, I would spend hours on end trying to figure out something on my own where I would have been done with it in 10 minutes if I just asked for help. Like, I was terrified to talk to people, and it took so much out of me. If you're still in school, there is a way to fix this. Ask the teacher for help. If you're too scared to ask the teacher, ask a friend for help. If the friend doesn't know, you and your friend can go ask your teacher for help. The point is to get you accustomed to asking for help. It is not a bad thing. I don't know who or what said asking for help will make you look weak or it's a bad thing in general. It is not. If you're stuck, ask for help. I'm at the point now, if I'm at the shop and I'm looking for something and also I'm limited on time, I'm not here being like, oh, it's not here, I don't know what to do, and I'm scared to ask for help. I'll be like, hi, excuse me, can you please help me look for this? And then they help me find it, or they say it's not in stock, and all is well. To be quite vulnerable here, the one thing I am currently working on is having hard conversations with people, especially with the ones I have a relationship with, so friends and family. I'm not a confrontational person. And one of the things I had to unlearn is that when having this conversation, no one needs to yell at each other in order to be heard. I don't do well with yelling. I don't understand why people need to yell. I get being passionate, but then you verbally screaming at me is like, why? I also had to learn that setting boundaries, especially in a relationship, is a good thing. But in order for your boundaries and feelings to be heard, you have to talk to the person about it, which I'm learning how to do. I'm usually the person who ignores what's bothering me for a long time because I just don't want to get into an argument with someone. I'll ignore it to the point where it builds up, and then I feel uncomfortable and awkward to the point where I even lose sleep and have chest pains because I'm constantly replaying or thinking of different scenarios in my head about that conversation, which I'm not okay with, because the losing of sleep is a problem, because with this adult thing, the one thing I need is sleep. And with having disagreements like this, it does hit you differently, especially when you've gotten to know yourself as a person. So with me, I know how I am. Like, I do appreciate when people call me out on certain things. I can learn from it, but then there's some things to a degree where it's like, this is not you telling me something to work on. This is you attacking me, and I am not okay with it. So my thing is, if you come at me with accusations, I need receipts, meaning I need proof. So if I made you feel this way and this way and this way, I want to know when it happened so I can also learn and at the same time validate your feelings. Especially when you know me, I'm not a difficult person. I don't yell. I listen to understand. There's some red table right there. Thank you, Jada, Gam, and Willow. And I can compromise. So you coming at me because you had a bad day, it affects me because it makes me rethink everything I know about myself. And then after a while, I'll be like, hang on, I'm not at fault here. I didn't do anything wrong. And it takes me a while to build up the courage to actually tell that person who made me feel that way. So that is my current challenge that Jesus and I are tackling. Please pray for me. One thing I have noticed about my generation is that we have this automatic timeline that is built, meaning we have to achieve all our goals, marriage, kids, dream house, dream car, by the time we're either 30 or 25. I don't get how we're going to achieve it by then, because majority of the time, like 80% of the time, we don't even know what we're doing. Like, I get it with our elders, like our parents and our grandparents, they did everything within a short period of time, but then from what I've seen, they're not really necessarily happy with how they lived their life and wish they did things differently. My grandmother, by the time she was my age, she was already married and had my mom. My mom at 25 had me. I'm 25 next year, and the thought of having a kid is like, not yet, just give me a second kind of thing. With that timeline in mind, we'll end up choosing something that wasn't for us. Yeah, we'll have the house and the car and the marriage and the kids, but we'll be completely miserable because we never got to choose what we wanted to do. Like that thing you wanted, yeah, it came to you, but you ignored it and went on a different path because you didn't want to deal with the shame that came from it if you chose the path that you wanted. Like, especially with me being a woman, there are some things that people normalize that are quite toxic, and you are celebrated for it if you do it. But then when you choose not to normalize that toxic thing and go on a different path, people shame you because you decided to do something different and not normalize and continue with the generational cycle of that one toxic thing. To make an example, within Black families, I don't know if other families do it, but I just know for Black families specifically, there is a lot of pressure for women to get married and have kids, no matter how you do it, as long as it gets done. Majority of the time, they don't even care about the marriage. As long as you have the kids, they don't care. In my situation, to make an example, I have cousins and other relatives who are within around my age range, like are not even 30 yet, and they already have 3 to 4 kids, and the baby fathers are not present. And how they got to the baby father, sometimes it's not really a great situation because majority of the time the baby father is married to someone else. But because she has the kids, she is celebrated for it. Whereas me, I decided to stay away from that and focus on myself and building me and my career and actually wanting to achieve things. They're like, nah, something's wrong with you. I mean, you're close to 25, where are the babies? That time with me being a virgin and not being involved with boys and focusing on school, when I was in high school, that was praised. But now, being close to 25, some women think something is wrong with me, and that's not the case. Thank God for my mom and my grandmother. Those two are like, babes, we are proud of you. You are leading your own path. You're doing a great thing. And honestly, if those two say I'm doing a great job, I do not care what other people say. So how do I get through this? I try to do things that feed my soul. I spend time with God. I pray. I read my Bible. I meditate. I journal. I watch things that inspire me. I spend time with people that encourage me and inspire me. Yeah, I do as much as I can really just to hold on to that good feeling. I don't always do it well, especially when you think you're in a good place with your mental health, like nothing can stop you, and then you have that moment and it's like, you gotta remember your mental health is a constant thing that you have to work on, and also get used to that routine and pattern of keeping yourself in check. But not all adulting is a bad thing. Like with all the craziness that comes with adulting, like just having the simple thing, like just sitting on the couch with your friends chatting and eating some crappy food, but you're having a good time. Those moments, it makes you appreciate you growing up and you becoming the person that you are. Like you do whatever you can just to hold on to those moments. I don't know everything. I'm still a baby. I'm still a baby, but I've lived, guys. There's some things that not everyone needs to go through in their life that I went through. But with all that, with being in my 20s, I actually look forward to what the future holds for me. I look forward to more growth, to more things I get to learn about myself and about other people, and seeing where God takes me. I hope you guys enjoyed the chat. Hopefully one of you were encouraged by this. It just was something on my heart that I really wanted to talk about. So yeah, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments. Follow me on my socials. I have a new blog post on my March favorites. The link will be down in the description box. And yeah, that's it. That was just my first kind of chat about life for me at the moment, I guess. I will see you when I see you. Woo.